Let's take a close look at the camera body. The front of the camera features an RF lens mount and a 6K full-frame back-illuminated CMOS sensor. The camera has triple ISO bases of 800, 3200, and 12800 for shooting clean video, even in low light. It also has 16 stops of dynamic range according to Canon. There's a mono microphone, a tally lamp to show when you're recording, 3 assignable user buttons. Here we see buttons 11 and 12. Although changeable, 12 is labeled autofocus lock. Here's button number 10 next to the record button. You'll also notice a card compartment that holds 2 media cards and a timecode terminal. There's a grip belt on the side of the camera and a tripod screw hole for mounting the camera for vertical shooting. On the back of the camera, you'll see a joystick for navigating menus and settings, 3 more assignable user buttons. Number 7 and 8 are at the top. 7 is labeled Push Auto Iris and 8 is Magnify to help focus. Then we have the rear control wheel for moving between options. Below that is assignable button number 9, labeled Function. For example, we can press the Function button, and then we move the rear control dial to go between white balance, ISO, and shutter. Then adjust the front control dial to change values. It's easy to do. Next, we have the menu button to bring up the menu. Below that is the select dial. You dial this with your finger to change values. In the middle of the dial is the set button to confirm a setting. Below that is a cancel button if you don't want to change a setting and just want to go back in the menu. You'll notice the DC-N terminal for powering your camera with the included power supply. You can see that there is an Ethernet terminal. You'll also notice the battery release button for releasing batteries when they are depleted. There's a nice LCD monitor that can be moved around. It feels quite sturdy and locks into place when closed. Under the monitor in the stowed position are some audio controls. We have 2 inputs. Each input can be set to line, mic, or mic plus phantom power. You can also set each input to auto or manual. When in manual, set your audio levels using the level dials. There's also another assignable button, number 13, that will show you your audio status on your monitor when you push it in. Now let's check out the top of the camera. You'll see it has an accessory mount, a speaker for playing back shot media on your camera, a multifunction shoe that you can hook up devices to, like this Tascam XLR microphone adapter, a tape measure hook for manually measuring focus distances. This is the camera's focal plane mark. There's also a power switch that you can set to off, camera on, or lock. There's a front control dial for changing values like white balance, ISO, shutter angle, or changing menu items. There's a media button that you can press if you want to play back recorded clips. There's a slot select button for selecting which card you want to record to, A or B. On the bottom of the camera, you'll see 4 screw holes for mounting to a tripod or other support gear. On the other side of the camera, you'll see a very nice and sturdy SDI terminal for connecting to a monitor and 2 mini XLR audio terminals. On the left, you'll see ND filter buttons for adding or taking away neutral density for controlling the light entering the camera. Way more convenient than ND filters that go on the front of lenses in my opinion. There's also a mic input, a USB terminal, and a terminal for headphones. There are 2 more assignable buttons, numbered 1 and 2, which are set by default to white balance and white balance adjustment. Then we have a remote terminal and a HDMI monitor terminal. We see 4 more assignable buttons. 3 is set to peaking to help with focusing. 4 is for turning on a waveform monitor for exposure. Number 5 is for changing the display info on your LCD screen. And 6 is for turning zebra on and off, which is also a handy exposure tool. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.